Now that I'm getting more than a couple of followers on this channel, a whole 114, I'm already starting to get some questions from followers here in addition to questions from folks on other platforms that I'm using this platform to answer. I wanted to take a minute to make sure that I was being completely honest with my viewers with regard to who I am and what this channel is all about, because my integrity is the most valuable thing I own. It's easier to maintain your integrity than to try to regain it. So before you ask me any photography questions or before you listen to any of my advice, understand that yes, I am a full-time photographer. I have only been a full-time photographer for about the last 6 months. I am only able to be a full-time photographer because I have 2 other income streams that keep my bills paid. I'm not going to portray myself as this overwhelmingly successful photographer to try to hook you into watching a video so that you can go do the things that I've done. I can certainly tell you the things that have worked for me. I can certainly tell you the things that did not work for me. But just because they either worked for me or didn't work for me doesn't mean that the same is going to hold true for you. Everybody is on a different path with their own photography. And the primary thing we should all be doing is trying to become better artists today than we were yesterday. And if we're trying to make a business out of photography, it's all trial and error. I can tell you what worked really well for me and how I made the money that I did when I had my studio 12 years ago. But that was in a specific market at a specific time and place. That's not going to work for you. So I'm not going to say, do this or don't do that. I'm just going to share with you my own experiences, and you can make your own decisions from that. The purpose of this channel is to serve as my own personal documentary where I am the target audience. This is for me to look back on so I can see my own growth as a photographer. It's also there because I've been in close proximity to way too many explosions and my memory is shit. So by me making these videos and talking about my process and what I'm trying to create or do out loud helps me move those things into my long-term memory so that I can pull them back up. There's been too many times where I've had a thought that just vanishes into thin air only to come back months and months later. I'm like, oh yeah, that was this thing that I wanted to do. I totally forgot about that. Happens to me all the time. Which is why I keep idea books. I write down all of the ideas that I have. I really should probably do this in 1 book instead of 3, but this is my primary one. Sometimes I don't have this with me and it gets written into just whatever I happen to have. It's also, I can keep my own shit straight. That is my primary goal. And it's something that I'm going to continue to do whether I stay at 114 subscribers or I end up with 114,000 subscribers. I'm going to keep this channel exactly the way it is, and I'm going to continue to do the things that I do. I would be an absolute liar if I didn't say that the opportunity to make money from this channel presented itself and I didn't take it. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that, but at this point, the 114 subscribers, not even a thing to consider. But anyway, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'm trying to keep this video somewhat short, but really, if you're watching this channel, you're just watching my creative process. You're going to hear some of my opinions, and you're going to hear me answer some questions from time to time. Yeah. See you soon.